Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lene, and I hope you're well. If you're not, I hope you're well soon. Might hear some noises in the back. I still live around people as much as nature is here, so probably gonna hear that. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. And today has been a little interesting for me in terms of the complexity of emotion, of truth, of reality. I've heard the saying that two things can be true at once, right? And I found this to be more and more apparent as I'm going through a shedding and a renewal of myself. And you know who I am, what my place is in this world, what I want, everything really. And I find that my emotions tend to be dual, opposite. In this growth, in this shedding, there's a lot of sadness, feelings of anxiety here and there, of like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen next. But then there is also a sense of, excitement and of freedom to explore what is next. And I find that to be such a beautiful part of being a human being is that process of the cycle of the death and the rebirth of you and of your life, of everything. And so I was feeling a little bit like a little anxious today, a little bit sad about certain things in my life, and I was like, oh, I'm having to say goodbye to these things. Like, truly, I'm outgrowing them. I'm moving in a different direction than these things, and it's a little scary, right? Because it's like, what is life going to be like without these things, and what's going to be there next? And then that's where the excitement comes in, is the freedom. It's like, well, now I have all of this space that I'm creating, so where I'm going to have more options about what I want to do, what I want to be, where I want to be, who I want to be, all of that jazz, right? I have more options now because of that space, and in that, it's exciting. There are... Sorry about that. Like I said, there's gonna be noise. But it's really beautiful to feel the range of emotions that the shifts bring. And not only the emotions, but the perspectives, the chaos and the balance of everything, and how they intertwine to bring us along this ride of life. People talk about, the duality and everything, and I really do, I like to think about and talk about the duality of life, because there is technically no duality above a certain consciousness, people like to say, and I guess that's fair. But it doesn't take away from the value of duality and its purpose in the world we are in. Mother Gaia, she is so beautiful with her cycles and with her light and dark sides and aspects and attributes. And we are a part of that, right? As we are in the human body, we are a human being. And so living as our natural human selves on Earth through these cycles actually feels the best, to go with the flow. Sorry. I can't stop that from happening, but I'm already recording, so I'm gonna keep going. I hope it's not too loud. But that's why surrender is like such a beautiful thing, right? To surrender to everything you're feeling and experiencing, and of what was and what could be, and understanding that the darkness brings as much growth as the light does, right? It's as much satisfaction, as much beauty, really. Yeah, so I was feeling a little, I guess I didn't really finish what I was saying, but I was feeling a little sad and anxious earlier, and then I went and I sat outside and I read this book, and the woman in the book was kind of explaining, like, it's kind of like about her own experiences, and she was talking about like how it felt to just be alone. She was alone in this cottage, right? And there was no one there with her. She decided she wanted to isolate herself for a bit, and she was just with nature. And she described herself like on a beach, right? Just sitting there on the beach, enjoying the sounds of the birds, the lapping of the waves, the saltiness of the air, the breeze, everything. Just feeling the sensations of being alive. And a lot of times we get too caught up with the whys and the hows and the who's and the where am I going and the what am I doing. And it disconnects us from that presence that feels the most natural to us, that feels the most rejuvenating. And so as I was reading that, I just sat there and I smiled to myself, and I was like, wow, like I'm feeling this now, because I was sitting outside when I was reading it, and so I just look around and I'm like, this is what it means to be present, to be in this moment, feel the sensations I'm feeling, enjoy the things I'm enjoying, and to know that that's enough. To know that that is enough. So, it keeps going on and off, the little thing over there. It's my neighbor, my goodness. But I guess I'm kind of just saying random stuff in this video, but it was just what I was thinking about. I was just sitting outside, I was thinking about that, and then I was laying here and I was thinking about, oh, hello, fly. How two truths, or multiple truths, can be true at once. How multiple realities can be true and exist at once. How things can coexist together, and such as light and dark, and essentially be contributing to your life in a positive way, and towards growth, and towards a direction that you may not have understood or fully seen prior. It's like these highs and lows of certainty and uncertainty in things, and it's so strange but so beautiful. So I guess that's all I really wanted to say. That's all I had in mind when I started recording. But yeah, being outside, like, for long periods of time, and just being in nature, especially with the colder weather, but yet the sun is still out, it feels like that duality within the weather even right now, and it feels so good to be transforming during a time of transformation, during fall, and to be shedding away and yet getting ready and taking stock of things for my transformation on the other end of all of this, my new self. Yeah, so I guess that's all I had to share today, but I hope you guys are well, and if you're not, I hope that you're well soon. I love making videos like this, where I just sit and I talk to you about what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what's going on, just to provide a perspective for you, or just, to share it. I don't know. It's fun. But yeah, have a great day. You're amazing. life is beautiful, and yeah.